You're listening to English with Monty. Today is 8-Minute English, talking about nouns and verbs with the same spelling but different pronunciation. Hello there and welcome to 8-Minute English. We've just spoken about something, haven't we? What we were going to talk about. Gideon. Hi, Gideon. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. You just asked two questions.
I have. We say recording in progress or recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
We do indeed. What's the difference, though? We're going to do today the difference between pronunciation of verbs and nouns that are exactly the same in the sense that progress is spelt the same, looks the same, but if I say progress, that is the noun, and if we say progress, that would be the verb.
Yeah, that's right. There's something very confusing for learners of English. You see a word and you want to know how it's pronounced. And then someone tells you, well, I've got some news for you. The word can be pronounced differently if it's a verb or a noun.
Which is highly confusing, isn't it? Because obviously they're spelt the same, they look the same, but as English can be a little bit complicated in that respect, well, I thought we would go through a few of them.
Yeah. I said normally it's noun and verb, but there are one or two cases where it's an adjective.
Just trying to think of an example. Do you have any examples?
Close and close.
Close and close. Yeah, that's a good example. All right. We're not doing it on that, but that is one example. Thank you for that. Hopefully isn't going to confuse the listeners anymore. I think we're going to do just the main ones, maybe, and you might think of some more. What I'll maybe do is give a few examples, and then maybe you can tell me whether it's a noun or a verb. I know because of the context, it'll be really easy to know. But then as soon as I do the sentence, I want you to tell me either the noun or the verb, depending on which it isn't, if that makes sense.
Not really, but carry on.
Okay. It might go badly, but if it does, I'll explain it to you again. My first sentence is, I wanted to record the track on the radio, but I wasn't sure how to do it. First of all, is that a verb or a noun?
It's a verb.
Okay. And now you've got to pronounce the noun.
Records. So do I have to give a sentence?
If you would, that would be really good if you could.
I'm going to get out my old records and my 78s and play some big brass bands from the 19...
You were 15 then, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's a very nice example. I like that one. The next one, I went to the supermarket to buy some produce.
That's interesting because that is a noun and the verb has a different meaning. What do they produce on this farm?
They produce produce.
Yeah. My example, the meaning is quite similar, but I think you can produce anything. You can produce a podcast, but if you did several podcasts, you should hear, oh, my produce. That wouldn't be correct, would it?
No, it'd be a production in that case.
Exactly. Produce has a different meaning to the verb.
Yeah, really, produce is from a farm, isn't it? I would say.
Exactly, from the farm, yeah. Milk, cheese, vegetables.
So the next one, he regularly presents a TV show on Saturday morning.
Okay, that's a verb. To present. And again, a different meaning, isn't it? John, I got you a big and expensive present for your birthday.
Have you? Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You deserve it for being so awesome.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. But you are right. That is different, isn't it? Yes. A present in this case is a gift. I guess if you present something, it would be a presentation rather than a present as gift. But yes, they are different.
Yeah. So you have to be careful as a learner because the meaning is often very different as well. It's really a different word.
True, isn't it? Which is confusing. Yes, definitely. She went over to the table and picked up the object.
I object to that thing that you said to me, John. I didn't answer the first part of your phrase. You used object as a noun, an object, and I used it as a verb to object. Okay, so object with the stress on the second syllable. Okay. Yeah, so one is a thing, the noun is a thing, and the verb means to strongly disagree about something. So very different meanings.
It's true, isn't it? That's the thing, isn't it? Just to be sure about those differences in meanings, even though they are similar words.
Yeah.
The army went into combat after a few days.
Okay, we'll try to combat this virus which is going around.
To combat a virus, as in to fight it.
Exactly.
In this case, going into combat is going into a war zone, isn't it?
Exactly. So in this case, it does have a similar meaning, albeit urban noun.
That's true. Okay. They attributed the success to hard work and determination.
There is a certain attribute to your voice.
Thank you.
How do you define attribute as a verb?
I suppose to attribute something is this is the reason why.
To give it a quality, and an attribute is a quality of something, a part of something, isn't it?
So this one's quite similar, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Okay. He picked up the console and started to use it.
You picked up the console. So a console's a thing that you would use for, I don't know, making some product work, some computer product, a console, a games console, for example. And the verb is quite different, isn't it? When my microphone was broken, Jon consoled me. Is that right?
I didn't. Yes. You could do it that way. In the sense that I'd be like, oh, don't worry, Gideon, it's fine.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. So
exactly. A totally different meaning.
It is completely different, isn't it? Yes. So she realized that she needed a work permit when she started doing some research.
Okay, so you used a noun, a permit, something that gives you permission, a piece of paper gives you permission, and I permit you to enter the room, to allow. So it has a similar meaning. It's something that gives you permission. So the verb means to give permission to something, yeah.
It's very similar in this case, isn't it? So this works interchangeably, doesn't it, really?
Will you permit me to speak, Jon? I have something to say on the matter.
Indeed. I do permit you to speak. It's more formal, though, isn't it? It's much more formal. Yeah. In that respect, people have to think about, we would probably use allow. Would you allow me to speak? Let me speak would be more common, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got another example from the beginning. We were making good progress when we noticed that we had missed a question out.
Good progress. That's the noun.
Yes.
If it's a verb, it would be pronounced progress. This came up when we started this very conversation because you switched on Zoom, Jon, and there was a little voice that came up and said, recording in progress, which is the noun. I said, oh, Jon, I don't like the sound of a voice. Should we progress or not with the recording?
Indeed, because it's an American voice, isn't it? And it's a bit annoying.
Yeah, something like that.
Not that every American voice is annoying.
Be careful
just
what you
that
say.
particular one.
I hope she's not listening.
Indeed. So there was an extract she had wanted to read for some time.
Okay, that's a noun, an extract. So we extracted the information from the thing. If in doubt, just say the thing. It always works, doesn't it?
The thing does always work.
If you can't think of an example of something.
It really adds to the examples as well, I think.
Exactly.
I think that's it. There are more. I know there are more. Thank you for joining me, Gideon.
You're welcome.
And you've been listening to 8 Minute English.